discuss about the medical surgical nursing 2 for the GNM second years. So in this we are going to discuss about the unit 5, that is nursing management of patient with the disorders of the ear, nose and throat. So now we are going to discuss about the problems related to the nose. So the today topic is nasal polyps. So nasal polyps also one of the problem in the nose, and nasal polyps definition includes the nasal polyps are become soft and painless and non-cancerous growth on the lining of the nasal passage or sinus. So there is a nasal passage and over the sinus there is a polyps can be developed. So it is become soft and painless. So it is become soft and painless and there is a non-cancerous growth. So it is not a cancer and it is a normal growth and it can be present over the nasal passage and the sinus. So they hang down like tear drops. So how the tears can be coming from our eyes, and that like that only the like tear drops, and the nasal polyps can be present over the nasal passage and the sinus, and like grapes. So like grapes the polyps can be present over the sinus and the nasal passage, and the result from chronic inflammation due to asthma. So the lining can be become in the lining of the nose become inflamed, and because of the chronic inflammation due to asthma. So if the patient having any asthma and it causes the inflammation in the nose, so it is also one of the cause for the nasal polyps, and there is a recurring infection. So continuously the infection can be occur into the nose and it also causes the nasal polyps. And allergies, so if you are exposing to anything and if there is any allergy with the allergen, and it is also cause the nasal polyps. And the drug sensitivity, so using of some of the drugs and it is also causes the nasal polyps. So nasal polyps ante ఇది నేసల్ పాలిప్స్ అనేవి ఈ టీయర్ డ్రాప్స్ ఏదైతే ఉంటాయో అదే విధంగా నేసల్ పాలిప్స్ అంటే ద్రాక్ష పండ్లు ఏ విధంగా గుత్తులు గుత్తులుగా ఏర్పడతాయో అదే విధంగా ఈ నోస్ పై భాగంలో ఈ పాలిప్స్ అనేవి ఏర్పడతాయి. సో ఇవి మృదువుగా ఉంటాయి. ఇది క్యాన్సరస్ గ్రోత్ అనేది కాదు, ఓన్లీ దస్ మృదువుగా ఉండి గ్రోత్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. ఇంకా దీనిలో ఏ విధమైన నొప్పి అనేది ఉండదు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ బికమ్ పెయిన్లెస్ అండ్ నాన్ క్యాన్సరస్ గ్రోత్. ఇట్ ఈస్ బికమ్ లైక్ టియర్ డ్రాప్స్ ఆర్ గ్రేప్స్. సో ఇట్ మే బి అక్కర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద chronic inflammation due to asthma or recurring infection and any allergies and the drug sensitivity. So the next one is the causes for the nasal polyps. So the causes includes the aspirin. So the aspirin it mostly causes the nasal polyps. So the next one is the asthma. So if the patient having any asthma and it is also causes the nasal polyps. And there is a sinus infection. So because of the infection and there is a causes the nasal polyps. And next one is the high fever. So if the patient having high temperature and it is also one of the cause for the nasal polyps. So the nasal polyps can be block the nasal passage. So there is a causes includes the aspirin and asthma and sinus infection and the high fever. So the nasal polyps can be developed at the ethmoid bone. So ethmoid sinus it can be present between the eyebrows or eyes and between the nasal cavity. So the ethmoid sinus can be present between the nasal cavity or two eyes. So between the two eyes or the nasal cavity, here the ethmoid sinus can be present. So there is a nasal polyps can be growth at the ethmoid sinus. So it can be block the nasal passage. So the causes includes the aspirin and asthma and sinus infection and high temperature. So the next one is the clinical manifestation. So the clinical manifestations includes the nasal obstruction and running nose. So because of the polyps development, there is a blockage can be occur and it causes the nasal obstruction. సో ముక్కు లోపల పాలిప్స్ ఏర్పడడం వల్ల బ్లాకేజ్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది కాబట్టి నేసల్ అబ్స్ట్రక్షన్ అనేది మెయిన్ క్లినికల్ మేనిఫెస్టేషన్. సో ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద రన్నీ నోస్. సో ముక్కు నుంచి కంటిన్యూస్గా డిశ్చార్జ్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో ద రన్నీ నోస్ అండ్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ కంజెషన్. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అబ్స్ట్రక్షన్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఏ fluid can be occluded and it forms the congestion. So and next one is a reduced sense of smell. So because of the obstruction and there is a the patient cannot able to sense of smell. So the patient does not have the any smell. So there is a reduced sense of smell due to the any obstruction or the congestion. And next one is a mouth breathing. So because of this any obstruction and because of the obstruction the patient is not able to take the breath by the nose and the patient mostly use the mouth for the breathing. And the next one is sense of pressure in the forehead. So because of the blockage or obstruction there is a more pressure over the forehead. So it is the clinical manifestations about the nasal polyps. So the clinical manifestations includes the nasal obstruction and runny nose and congestion, reduce sense of smell and mouth breathing and sense of pressure in the forehead. So the next one is a diagnostic evaluation. So the diagnostic evaluation so nasal endoscopy. So the endoscopy the endoscopy can be inserted into the nose and to identify the any problems which are present in the nose. So to identify the nasal polyps and the nasal endoscopy can be performed. So endoscopy it is a one thin tube and it consists of camera and by this camera we can identify the nasal polyps which are present in the nose. So there is a nasal endoscopy. The scope it consists of camera. It can be inserted into the nose to diagnose the polyps in the nose. So the next one is allergy test. So the patient while exposing to the any allergens and if the patient having any allergy to the particular allergen and we can identify by the allergy test. So the next one is the CT scan. So CT scan we can perform to know the any deviated septum or any obstruction is present in the nose and we can identify by the CT scan. So there is a diagnostic evaluation includes the nasal endoscopy and allergy test and CT scan. So next one is medical management. So the medical management includes the steroid tablets. So the steroid tablets can be used to reduce the inflammation and any infection. So the steroid tablets can be used along with the nasal spray. So by this we can reduce the inflammation and infection. So the steroid tablets can be used for 1 week or 2 weeks. So because excessive using of steroid there is a side effects of weight gain. So because of this to reduce this weight gain and we are using the steroid tablets only 1 or 2 weeks and along with the nasal spray. సో స్టిరాయిడ్ టాబ్లెట్స్ అనేవి ఇన్ఫ్లమేషన్ని ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ని తగ్గించడానికి యూస్ చేస్తారు. దీనితో పాటు నేసల్ స్ప్రేని కూడా యూస్ చేయడం వల్ల మనం నేసల్ పాలిప్స్ వల్ల వచ్చే ఇన్ఫ్లమేషన్ని తగ్గించవచ్చు. సో స్టిరాయిడ్స్ని మనం ఎక్కువగా యూస్ చేయకూడదు. స్టిరాయిడ్స్ వల్ల వెయిట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా పెరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి స్టిరాయిడ్స్ని తక్కువగా 1 లేదా 2 వారాల వరకు మాత్రమే యూజ్ చేయాలి. సో ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద అదర్ మెడికేషన్స్. సో అదర్ మెడికేషన్స్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ ద యాంటీ హిస్టమిన్స్. సో ఏదైనా రన్నీనెస్ కానీ ఉన్నట్లయితే మనం అలర్జీని తగ్గించడానికి ఈ యాంటీ హిస్టమిన్స్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద యాంటీబయాటిక్స్. సో ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఏదైనా ఉన్నట్లయితే దానిని తగ్గించడానికి ఈ యాంటీబయాటిక్స్ని అని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో ద మెడికల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ ద స్టెరాయిడ్ టాబ్లెట్స్ and the other medications includes the antihistamines and antibiotics. So the next one is the surgical management. So the surgical management includes the polypectomy. So in this polypectomy there is a endoscope can be inserted through the nostrils. So endoscopy, the scope consists of camera and it can be helps to visualize the internal part of the nose. So by this endoscope and we can inserting into the nostrils and we can identify the polyps and by the instrument. So by the local or general anesthesia. So we are giving the local anesthesia or general anesthesia to the patient and endoscope can be inserted into the nostrils. So along with in the polypectomy there is a removal of this small piece of bone from the nose. So the small piece of bone from the nose can be removed. So by this small piece of removal of the bone from the nose and it can be helps to prevent the reoccurrence of the polyps. So there is a పాలిపెక్టమీ అంటే ఎండోస్కోప్, ద స్కోప్కి ఒక కెమెరా అనేది అమర్చి ఉంటుంది. దీన్ని మనం నాస్టిల్స్ లోపలికి పంపించడం ద్వారా లోపల ఏదైతే పాలిప్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయో అని ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి దాని ద్వారా మనం పాలిప్స్ని రిమూవ్ చేయాలి. సో దాన్ని పాలిపెక్టమీ అంటారు. సో ఇది లోకల్ అనస్థీషియా లేకపోతే జనరల్ అనస్థీషియా ఇచ్చి ఈ సర్జరీ అనేది చేస్తారు. సో దీనివల్ల ఇంకా స్మాల్ పీస్ ఆఫ్ బోన్ అంటే బోన్ నుంచి చిన్న స్మాల్ పీస్ని రిమూవ్ చేయడం వల్ల మళ్ళీ పాలిప్స్ అనేవి రాకుండా తగ్గించవచ్చు. సో ద పాలిపెక్టమీ, the endoscopy can be inserted into the nostrils and it can be done into the general anesthesia or the local anesthesia and we can remove the small piece of the bone from the nose and to reduce the reoccurrence of the polyps. So the next one is the endoscopy sinus surgery. So the sinus, because of the polyps and there is a blockage can be occur in the sinus. So to clear the blockage in the sinus and the endoscopy sinus surgery can be performed. So in the endoscopy sinus surgery the small cuts are made into the patient face. So by the incision can be made over the face of the patient and by this incision the instrument can be passed into the sinus area. So by this we can removing the polyps and to clear the or to open the sinus opening. సో ఎండోస్కోపీ సైనస్ సర్జరీ అంటే చిన్న ఇన్సిషన్ ఫేస్ పైన చేయడం ద్వారా దాని ద్వారా ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ని లోపలికి పంపించి ఎక్కడైతే పాలిప్స్ని ఉంటాయో దాన్ని రిమూవ్ చేస్తారనమాట. దీనివల్ల సైనస్లో ఉండే బ్లాకేజ్ అనేది క్లియర్ అవుతుంది, ఇంకా పాలిప్స్ని కూడా రిమూవ్ చేయవచ్చు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఎండోస్కోపీ సైనస్ surgery. So the next one is the complication. So the surgical management includes the polypectomy and endoscopic sinus surgery. So the next one is the complications. So if the polyps cannot be removed or it cannot be treated and there is a complications can be occur. So there is a sleep apnea. So during the sleeping and there is a breathing difficulty can be occur. So it is a sleep apnea and the sinus infection. So the patient may have the sinus infection. And the next one is the spread of infection to the eye socket. So from the sinus or the nostrils or the nasal cavity and the infection can be spread to the eye sockets. So next one is the blood clots. So there is a formation of the blood clots in the nose, and there is a meningitis. So there is a inflammation of the meninges in the brain, and it is also one of the complications for the nasal polyps. So the nasal polyps complication includes the sleep apnea and sinus infection and spread of infection to the eye sockets, and the meningitis and blood clots can be present in the nose. So the next one is the prevention for the nasal polyps. So the prevention, mainly we should manage the allergies and the asthma. So we can, by preventing the asthma and allergies, and we can reduce the polyps. And the next one is the avoid nasal irritants. So which is causing the irritation to the nasal area, and it can be avoided. So some people may have the irritant to the perfume. So that should be avoided from the patient. So that is the avoid the nasal irritants, and the maintain a good hygiene. So the nostril should be clean and it should be become hygiene. So by this we can prevent the polyps. So the prevention, it includes the manage the allergies and the asthma, and avoid the nasal irritants, and the maintain the good hygiene. So it completes the nasal polyps.